everyone. Welcome to Talk of the Town. We have Laura Elizabeth with us. She is a local author of two really super books. They're called The Island Mysteries. It's a series. The first one came out in 2023, and then the second one came out in 2024. Yeah. She actually lives in Atlanta, but has property on Daufuskie Island because the books are set on Daufuskie.
Yes.
And you hope to eventually move.
Yes, very much hope that. Yes.
Nice to see you, Laura.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about your background and when you became a writer, and then we'll talk about the books and where we can find them.
Sure, great, thank you. So we happened to find Daufuskie many years ago, almost 20 years ago, from a Google search of where could we travel to that was pet friendly. Number one requirement, we had two fuzzy friends that we needed to bring with us, and we wanted a great family vacation. So we did a Google search and we found Daufuskie. We found the Melrose Resort, which was running then, and had a fabulous week on Daufuskie and ended up buying our first piece of property on that trip. We were so enchanted by the island and how we felt there, and found a community even in that short week that we spent there. So we always hoped to build a home on Daufuskie, and the island and the resort struggled a little bit, and we never actually did it. But about 3 years ago, we found another piece of property that we very much enjoy and hope to build a home there. We're in the process of doing that. But I felt very inclined to share with people the magic of what I find on Daufuskie. A lot of people say, why that island? No bridge, no grocery store,
very remote,
none of the things.
Rural.
Yes, dirt roads, no car. And those are all the things I love about it. And I've always felt enchanted from going there, but really the thing that pulled me to write these books was finding a sense of home. We've moved around quite a bit up and down the eastern seacoast, and I never felt like I was home until that very first trip to Daufuskie. So I want to share that.
All right, so let's look at these books. So the first one is All Is Now Lost, and the second one is A Special Kind of Heartache.
Yes.
Now they're mysteries.
They are.
Again, set on Daufuskie.
Yes.
You want to just tell us a little bit about kind of the plots?
Sure. So the protagonist is the same in both books. You can see that she has her back to the readers, and it's up to the readers to figure out whether she is walking away from something or walking towards something. But the protagonist moves from her home to this island alone and begins her life over again as a middle-aged woman at a new phase of life, and she is wrapped up into these cozy mysteries where the crime occurs somewhere else, and she is an amateur sleuth who solves both of these crimes. So using her deductive reasoning, her community, relationships, and power of observation.
So when did you decide you wanted to be a writer? Because I know you said that you're kind of a COO of a consulting firm in Atlanta, and here we go.
Here we are.
Here we are as a novelist.
Yeah, so I just had a lot of experience on the island, felt a passion for it, and actually connected with someone that I went to college with. He had just written a book, and he said, I'd love for you to tell the story about this place that's so magical to you. And through talking to him, he introduced me to a publisher, and it just kind of all happened. Yeah.
But these are mysteries. You could have just written like historical fiction,
Yeah.
But why mystery?
Well, the publisher said, you can write a nonfiction book, which was something I was toying with about that idea of opening up a circle and stepping into a new community. But he said really it would be powerful to write in a genre that you read a lot. And I love a good mystery. So I thought it was a great challenge to do.
All right, so where can we find the books?
You can find them anywhere, Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com, Books A Million, through my website, TheIslandMysteries.com, any place. They're in all the usual places and some independent bookstores as well.
All right, the big question is, do you have to read the first one before?
You do not. You do not. I don't like to do things in order. So they are standalone books, but the main core characters will be familiar to you in both of them.
Very good. I love to have a local author on
thank
our
you.
program. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And good luck on the sales of your Island Mysteries.
Thank
Laura
you so
Elizabeth.
much.
Thank you.